$86,000. That's what $100 a month earns on top of what you put in. Almost nobody collects it. 3 years in, that same $100 a month has earned $393. That's when it gets cashed out. A new job, a rough month. The only difference is how long they keep going. 3 things. The stretch where compound interest looks broken. The year the shape changes. And what the last 10 years do that the first 10 can't. First, the important part. That $100 a month is not sitting in a savings account. The average savings account pays about 0.4%. It's invested. A plain S&P 500 index fund, the boring kind. Long run, the market has returned about 10% a year. We'll use a conservative 7. That's our number. So here's year 1. You put in $1,200. You end with $1,239. $39? That's your money earning money. That's compound interest. Your money earning money, and then that new money earning money too. By year 3, it has produced $393. Year 5. You've handed over $6,000. The account holds $7,159. 5 years for $1,159 of growth. This is the part nobody warns you about. It doesn't feel like a beginning. It feels like an answer. It feels like proof this doesn't work. Year 10. $12,000 of yours went in. You have $17,308. 10 years for $5,300 of growth. 10 years is a long time to wait. So people don't wait. They quit on compound interest. And we know how often, because somebody counted. Researchers tracked 162,000 American workers changing jobs. 41% pulled the cash out of their retirement account instead of moving it. And of the people who took money out, 85% took all of it. Not a withdrawal. The whole account, back to zero, start again. Here's why that matters. The typical American job now lasts 3.9 years. For workers aged 25 to 34, 2.7. So that decision arrives again, and always inside the flat stretch. Almost nobody stays long enough to meet the account they would have had. It's not only job changes. Last November, 51% of Americans said they'd stopped or cut back their retirement saving in the previous 6 months. None of them were stupid. They read a real number correctly. The lie is the idea that the first 3 years tell you how this ends. Because there is a specific year where the shape changes. Not a feeling, not a vibe. A year you can point at on a calendar. Every year, you put in $1,200. For 10 years, the account never earns that much on its own. You outwork your own money. Year 11 is when that flips. Compound interest earns $1,291 by itself, more than you put in. That's when the shape changes. And from then on, it never goes back. Every single year after year 11, the money does more of the work than you do. Year 20. 24,000 of yours went in. The account holds $52,093. It has now grown more than you put in. Year 30. 36,000 in total. 121,997 in the account. 86,000 of that the account made. The third thing, the first 10 years added $17,000. The last 10 added $69,904. Same 100 a month. That's what the last 10 years of compound interest do that the first 10 can't. And you only get them by owning the first 10. If the flat stretch just stopped being a reason to quit for you, the like button is genuinely how this channel finds the next person. So, compound interest is slow at first because it's supposed to be. Year 11 is when it flips. The last decade is where the money is. Your homework. Find out what your money is actually sitting in. A savings account or invested? Put the answer in the comments. I read them. Of course, leaving it alone for 11 years only works if you never have to touch it. That's the video on your screen. I'm Charlie.